Can the officer supply the court a source code for the radar detector? And if the court, judge and all, if they can't answer the question, they have to throw it out.
Yeah, because if that's not, it's just like a lie detector test.
Because if the judge,
it's just like a lie detector test. You cannot produce the evidence that gives you the fucking exact, concrete evidence that it is true or false.
God damn, we just met this motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking put a sheet over this dude. I'm gonna kidnap this motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with him. We're just gonna pretend that's a kidnapping. I'm going with him because I like to go. You know what I mean? But I'm going to pretend like, oh, no, don't take me.
I am humongous.
Yeah.
You will give us your water. Remember the Road Warrior?
Road Warrior,
You will give us your water. I come to take your women. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. I'm still not a bitch, but I don't care.
I'm sorry. Oh, you got to be my fucking new son-in-law, Jesse.
Are you serious, brother? Well, I love the mask on you. Nice. That's cool. So, back to this.
Just rolling by, just grab something. I'm like, you want how? Okay, we go down.
Oh, man.
It's kind of last minute, but it's fucking 11 o'clock at night. But it's cool.
I mean, that's the best time to make decisions. 11 o'clock at night. Not when you're stoned. Do not go into a fucking store when you're stoned. And do not go to a store when you're freaking coming down off of shit.
I know.
Because fuck, dude, you're going to buy donuts and jerky and ass.
I don't want to go to the botanical gardens tonight. I thought we were going to Rosie.
So, I was on meth at 11 years old, 16 days up, crying to my mom, couldn't fucking, and she had no idea. And I'm breaking down about not being able to write in cursive or in block letters. I just told her, it's changing me, the school's changing me. Got some conspiracy theories from there. From then on out, I was able to maintain a drug addiction from 11 years old on to 12 when we moved to Red Bluff from Los Molinas in California to Hama County, Northern California. And then I was got on probation for some dumb shit where my mom was, I was high and just jumping out windows and shit. I was given out of control. So I went to a freaking probation thing where they did a scare straight and they gave me kind of community service where I got a network of people that while I was doing the Habitat for Humanity kind of just building foundations and picking up tools as a 12-year-old, I learned that there was tweakers that were landscapers, builders, and everybody that was around. So when I got out of that program, I still had contacts from people that said, you know what? You get high, homie? We'll pay you in dope. You're a 12-year-old kid, but we don't give a fuck. You ain't no fucking, you know what I mean? You ain't not stealing nothing. All you want to do is work and you want to get high. Here you go. So I had 3 different contacts that I had landscaping jobs, a cement finishing where I did cement, where I was floating on the cement, and it's kind of hard to do with cementers, curbers, anything with cement. Fucking it's hardcore. Like, fuck off. But I learned that. I also learned landscaping, decorative landscaping, and all my things that I needed to do for building foundations for houses at 12 years old. So I had a contact list where I had meth users that would give me meth as payment, plus the cash, plus a place to fucking be normal. So from 12 years old on, I was able to maintain an addiction when I was up for 14 to 22 days. 22 days maximum, 14 days minimum. And I pushed that because I wanted to push my mind and my body to the limits and say, can I pull back? Because I see all these people finger painting poop on the walls and talking to God, and it's because they do this meth and they can't pull themselves back. So, for the next, until I was 21, I was using meth. And then when I turned 14, I started slamming. I learned to cook dope at 14 in Red Bluff. And as I started slamming, and then me and my dad started slamming, and then we get kicked out, and then we're living on the streets of San Francisco and San Jose. So we're doing drugs, and so my lifestyle of being a drug addict, I chose that. And that is, I'm just gonna say it right now, that drug addiction is a choice. I don't care what you say about disease. You can have a genetic dependency on alcohol, drugs, whatever. It's a choice, because I know motherfuckers that have had alcoholic parents and drug addicts that are adverse to it. In fact, I want to do a podcast with one of the guys out here that has grown up in a trap house with people that, I grew up in trap houses from 12 years old on. I was running away from home. I can smell them like a freaking, I love trap houses and the tent cities. But I saw people that grew up in the same lifestyle, had the same choices that I did. I chose meth. You make your choice. There is no such thing as a trigger or a predisposed condition. You may have genetic markers that say, you know what, I was an alcoholic, and so I had kids while I was an alcoholic. I had kids while I was on meth, and they got ADHD. So my dad was on coke. Found that out. Found out he's a big old drug addict by slamming meth with him. So drug addiction is a choice. And you can either choose to be the best drug addict that you can. Like, that's what I pride myself on. I don't steal from nobody. I haven't stolen from my parents or my friends since I was 18. When I started looking at myself in the mirror saying, hey, you know what, this is what I had to do to get high. And I can cook meth. And I still steal from friends and family that are down for me. I mean, I stole from people that would show up. They kidnapped a meth cook. They kidnapped a meth cook for me because they were hitting on my girlfriend in Merced. So they kidnapped him, called me. Hey, we've got this guy high up. We've got all this dope. He's hitting on your girl. What do you want us to do? These are square bears that I got on meth. And these guys I was stealing from. So when I looked at myself in the mirror after all this stuff, I realized, do I want to be a fucking piece of shit? Or do I want to be the best drug addict I can? I chose this life. I mean, bottom line, you have a choice. You can say the drugs control me and I'm a piece of shit, or you say, you know what, the drugs help me out to the point where I don't want to be a piece of shit. And I'm going to do the drugs without being a piece of shit. There is a choice. So, in retrospect, my lifestyle has led to me being a dad for 5 years where I quit meth. Lost the desire to use because of my daughter being born. Was able to have meth in my hand and not be like, oh my God, I gotta slam it. I was able to give it up and give it to my ex-wife because she wanted to do it. Postpartum depression is a motherfucker. But I was also working 6 days a week for 5 years. So it's a choice. But I wouldn't change anything because the lives we live, I think, have everything to do with what's going to happen with that ripple that the pebble makes. You are a ripple. You're the pebble that makes the ripple. You affect a whole bunch of people's lives.
I just had that conversation with my partner today. She's spiritual.
Really?
Fucking today she said it's the pebble.
So this is fate. There is no such thing
crazy.
as predisposed condition. This is where we bring ourselves. We put the energy out. That brings the energy towards us. If I wouldn't have done what I did today, I would have never gone where I went, been where I was, and found like someone like this that has the same kind of concept, has the same kind of ideas, and is actually doing it with the YouTube channel. I've talked about this for 20 years with Mike Moyer, Tom Schoeneman, Christopher Austin, and Jim Austin. We've talked about this for 20 years. We're going to do this where we've documented our lives and had actual heart-to-heart conversations with who we were. We are addicts. Some of us have an ADHD that this meth calms us down. Some of us are just so fucked up from trauma that the meth takes that feeling away. I know it takes my feelings away of anxiety, worry, of all that stuff. I know that it calms me down to a point where I can fucking focus and not be bouncing off the walls like I already did a shot of meth and looking like a tweaker when I'm sober. You know? I've even had a pro officer just recently. I'm surprised you're not high. We've talked about how if your red flag is if you're calm, you're high. But I'm still surprised because you bounce off the walls. Yes, ADHD, bitch. You know, so, and for those that are just going through trauma, that's even more fucked than using meth as a medication. Because now you're using meth as an escape to keep from the trauma. Females have it in this lifestyle. Some males have it, abandonment issues or some fucked up shit that happened to them. Look at Chester Bennington. Like, come on now. So, drug addiction is a choice. My drug addiction has led me to living in places and in an underworld that I am comfortable with. I was happy with the chaos. And when I had kids and decided to be something more than what I was, I got tweaker swag on my stomach because I was always going to be a tweaker. Tattooed with a staple in county jail. I was that dedicated to being a tweaker for the rest of my life. Cooking meth. Then I had kids. And now I have to function on probation without the one drug. It's still a shitty drug nowadays, but this one drug that keeps me focused for a few moments. You know? And for those with ADHD, like my stepson Lucas, and I just met some people at the bar that had ADHD. They have butterfly knives. For those with ADHD, meth ain't the answer. I don't even know what it is. Maybe being comfortable with being a million things at once. Doing a million things at once. Find a job that has all those aspects of not stopping, like base light, and continuously doing something. You know what I mean? I think coding is a great thing to do. Dancing, singing, anything to do with whatever you are that pulls that ADHD and makes that focus. because there's only a few things that will. Fidget spinners, meth, Adderall is a bullshit ass motherfucker. Ritalin makes you violent. But be comfortable without being high, without having that focus. So what if you don't have that focus? Do a couple projects here and there. Be comfortable with what you can do, because it's exponentially more than what you could do if you're sitting in a drug house waiting for somebody to give you your dope so that you can have that little bit of focus and then spend the rest of your time in chaos. So, as a drug addict and an ex-drug addict, either way, don't hurt nobody. Don't do no dirtbag shit. Be happy with who you are, and maybe, just maybe, you'll change somebody's life. Because each path that we take, we've chosen prior to this. Whether you believe it or not, we've chosen prior to this. We are not, there is no one source. We are all the source. We chose this path.
God, that's fucking badass.
We chose this path prior to coming down here. We are co-creators of a universe that we have decided how we're going to have a set of rules for. It's almost like, that's why they think it's a simulation. Yes, it seems like a simulation, but we chose this. We knew prior to coming to this earth that we were going to go through this path, and we said, you know what, this is the path we need to take, and all the things, I see it, but now I need you to forget it. Hell yeah, come on in. I would love to have an interjection.
Just for a second. I'm going to
Hell
get the hell
yeah.
out of your way. Dude, thank you so much. God bless you, sir. Okay, well, just talking. Hey, come on, man. We're shooting. What he was just touching upon, okay, before we left that other world to come here into the womb of our mother, we told our friends, make sure my memory is completely swiped. I don't want to remember shit.
Exactly.
Because I want to go in scared. I want to be scared when I'm 3
I want to
and
learn
10.
the experiences.
Have you heard Alan Watts' 78-year dream?
No.
Oh, I'm going to play it for you once.
Okay, well, I'm so glad I met this guy, and you should subscribe to the channel because he has some knowledge. He's not one of those people that sit there and go, here, this is what it is. He has knowledge. Personally,
I ain't shit.
no, come on now.
I ain't nothing.
No, we need to talk about more. So the fact is, we co-create this universe.
Eli said he was nobody. I'm nobody.
Well,
Book Eli, baby.
so subscribe to his channel, not Eli's. Fuck out of but no.
No, Book Eli, Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman.
Oh, God.
The post-apocalypse. Have you seen it?
No.
Book Eli,
I can't watch
it.
movies, so I can only watch movies when I'm
I
high.
can't either, man.
You know, like,
Well,
so,
I haven't
and then
watched
if
it.
I figure them out,
I'll
like,
show some spots. I do the movie myself. You got.
so you will know an ADHD motherfucker if they can figure out Shattered Island before Shattered Island tells you this freaking thing. I mean, they will figure out the movie and then they're bored. I'm bored after a movie's in 5 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I already know what it's about. I can see the end of the story. Done. Now I need to go move on to things that excite me and give me dopamine. Yeah, I need to build, I need to create. And I have a million dreams. Some that I'm good at, and others that I have no idea why I even think that I'm going to make an invention with welding and stuff. But I'm going to do it. I have no idea about welding, but I'm going to do it. But these are the things that ADHD has to go through. So, touching on the point of drug addiction, some people are ADHD, some people have trauma. Drug addiction does not discriminate, and drug addiction is a choice. So, create your universe, manifest it. Decide, I want something better. If you don't want it bad enough, you're not going to get it. I wanted to be a successful drug addict. I was a successful drug addict over half my life.
I want to inject some piece.
Hell yeah.
Just quick, I'm sorry, bro.
Hell no, please.
Stanley Kubrick said.
Man, please. I would love to have
Just for a second. Just
No, this is the
Stanley
kind of...
Kubrick said, few people are moved by the abstract. Even way fewer people are moved emotionally by the abstract.
Poignant on that. The abstract is the lifestyles that drug addicts lived. Every single aspect of the drug addict's life, incorporating everything else, somehow brings them to where they need to be at a certain point in life where they can enlighten themselves and or help enlighten another individual. When they say the meek shall inherit the earth, they don't mean the weak. The meek, the ones that have gone through every single thing, can adapt and are still humble. That is meek in my definition. So, in closing, if you are a dirtbag, piece of crap, drug addict that uses drugs and then becomes those things, but is cool as hell without them, get in A. If you are not, do what you do and help those within your path because you're meant to be here. You've already chosen that point, and you're going to be great. Don't ever give up. And I believe that's all I have.
Get the fuck over here, man.
Man,
Fuck you! Yeah, dude. We just met fucking like 1,000 years ago. We probably both came in. We probably both left. What if we both left the other world? Said, see you there,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find you, motherfucker.
What if? Oh man. So you hit on that.
If is the middle word in life.
So check this out. There is no other way.
If is the middle word in life.
That it has to be. Because there's no other way that we would have met the way we did based on what I did today. I made choices that have led me to the perfect point of meeting him. Had I not been here, she wants pets. She wants you to pet her head.
No, she's mad at me because I won't take her to gardens.
So
take me to Louis' restaurant. I don't want to go to Louis. I want pizza today.
Wait, you want pizza? I mean,
I'm arguing with my
okay. Well,
AD.
he's gonna argue with the Red Nose Pit that has a Black Wolf problem, and I'm gonna tell you about our sponsor. Do we have a sponsor? We should have a sponsor, dog. I mean, you should have a sponsor, dog.
Bro, I'm just
We're gonna start a sponsorship.
I'm just some old chink out in the desert, baby.
Bro.
Yeah, I call myself a chink. I don't have anything to say. I'm part Asian.
I'm part Mexican, so
shit.
I mean, and German, so
I was Keanu Reeves' stunt double for a break. I wasn't, but with drunk girls, you look like Keanu Reeves. I'm like, I was a stunt double. I got 10 grand.